Dr. Miles Monroe said that the keys to maximizing your potential is striving to die empty. And in essence, what he means is that when you have ideas or projects or plans, goals, is to strive to accomplish them till you don't have any more sitting before you left to accomplish.
Welcome to the Culturocity Report. We have a great show for you today. In the studio, we are here at Mark Fleming Creative Space, and we're here talking to Antione Cutler, better known to most of you in the Oklahoma City area as Rev'd Up. He is a comedian, singer, actor. What all do you do, man? You do some of everything.
Well, I think it's a better question. One with the shorter answer would be, what is it that I don't do?
Yeah.
But, I strive not to be like a jack of all trades. But, when it comes to like art and things of this nature, it's not good to be one dimensional. There are more dimensions to me than, I've been revealing.
Absolutely. So how did you get started as an entertainer? What was your inspiration to do so?
Oh, the Jacksons. That's telling my age. But when I was young, we got some musical instruments for Christmas, and we started practicing with that, and I started making lyrics, and then as I evolved, I was a part of a breakdance group called the Break Masters, and my first MC name was 20C. So I basically jumping up in front of the crowd and just doing whatever. I've just been real comfortable with it, and it's fun. It's liberating.
Yeah, well, you definitely seem very comfortable with it. Seems to be no shame in your game whatsoever, man. But what is your philosophy as an entertainer?
One thing I think is leave it on stage, and you have to be genuine. You definitely have to be true to who you are, and what it is that you do. It's the thing about your lane. When you figure out your lane, stay in your lane. Because there are a lot of very good comedians that have come forth here in the city and things of this nature. But if someone wants Rev'd Up, that's who they're gonna call. I need to make sure that I'm just true to myself and true to who pays attention to me.
Yeah. So you've headlined, you've opened for a lot of big entertainers here in the city. Come tell us about that.
Oh yes, a few years ago, Mark Fleming, the one who owns this creative space, he started doing a monthly event at Ice Event Center and Grill called Cocktails and Comedy. And when that started, it opened up the door for me to perform and work with. I can't hardly watch BET without seeing people that I've opened for. And that was a very very character building experience for me. And then with you doing it once a month, right there in the same spot, it's challenging to someone who does stand-up, because usually when people do stand-up, they get a routine down, and then they take that routine and do that same routine all across the country. But then when a lot of the same people come in there each month, I had to challenge myself and create new material and come up with stuff. And I had some knockout shows, and I had some where I probably could have worked that material a little different. But it was all fun. It was liberating, educational, and I wouldn't trade my experience for the world.
Wonderful. Now we got used to seeing you for a while. It's like we were seeing Rev'd Up everywhere, and then you just kind of seemed like you disappeared for a little while. You went on a little bit of a hiatus. Talk to us about that, and now we're seeing you re-emerge as an entertainer again. Talk to us about that.
Well, I did take a step back, and because like you were saying, I was just showing up at everything, everywhere, and not like anyone was getting tired of me or anything of this nature. I just had to do some soul searching and basically take self-inventory. Because I was doing a lot of performing and things of this nature, but I wanted to be progressive and be more proactive with my approach, and that's what's different about 2017 than like 2016. I took a step back and I went in the lab because there's a lot of stuff that I have to share, because like I was saying, I don't want to be viewed as one-dimensional or put in a box. I have a lot to offer, and basically, I had to take a sabbatical, take a little step back, and get in the lab so I could push myself to just release. That's what it is. As a matter of fact, here in February, I have 2 DVDs that I'm going to be releasing, and mixtape and a regular CD project. So these are things. The DVDs is laughs and lyrics, and that's some of the best highlights of me performing here in the city, from Urban Roots. I have to give a shout out to all my Urban Root family, all Urban Root people. They know that, we definitely established a bond with artists in that venue, and, on to, doing different characters and, portraying different images and, things on stage. And the other one is Rev'd Up Live.
Rev'd Up Live.
Yes, Rev'd Up Live. That's a DVD that's made with a lot of my impressions, because I'm an impressionist. And in that DVD, I'm doing Prince, Michael Jackson, MC Hammer, Rick James. I was doing these because I was hosting an open mic at the Grenadier Club, and a lot of people were coming out to witness and be entertained, but there wasn't a lot of people coming out and signing up to perform. And so to fill in space, I decided to perform as other people. So, MC Hammer would be here, and, Tupac. I shaved my head to be Tupac. So, yeah, I just try to, give people what they want, and definitely want to just, release and, express myself.
Wonderful. Now you have an event coming up in February 18th, titled A Night to Remember. Talk to us about A Night to Remember.
A Night to Remember, yes. It's a musical comedy in which I'm hosting, and it's like we take a flashback in the time, and we have a live band there, we have live singers, and we have, Natalie Cole, someone playing Aretha Franklin, someone playing, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, Tammy Terrell, and I'm like the host, which is like a James Brown-esque type of person. My name is Blue Note. I'm the host with the most and giving it to you from coast to coast, baby. Yeah, So, I'm like the comedic transition between all of these acts and things, bringing, live entertainment, and that's one of the things, that's one of my passions is the theater as well.
Awesome. Now we also saw you in a video here recently. You in a video for Curvy Kitten.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that.
Yes, chase the cat. Well, that whole thing came up because it was something else. A lot of things are born in ICE. At the ICE Event Center, they were having the pop-up shop.
Yep.
And I was walking through doing one of my little live videos, messing with people and stuff. That's what I do. And the Kels Johnson, she had her she had her setup up in there, she had her Curvy Kitten clothing line up in there, and I was just walking through and I just started messing with her. I just started singing Curvy Kittens, and she was laughing and things. And so after that, she had planned and she had a fashion show, and she asked me to come and perform and do a little bit of stand-up and to just sing the jingle. Well, instead of me just singing a silly little song and doing something like what I was doing up there at the pop-up shop, I went ahead and wrote and produced a track, Curvy Kittens, and I didn't take it lightly because our full-figure women, they need to feel a sense of pride. The regular media and things of this nature really, downplays the full-figure woman. And so I wanted to, not just, have fun with the thing, but I wanted to, relay a message to instill pride into, our full-figure curvy kittens,
Absolutely.
All over around the world.
Yeah, and we love the full-figure women here at Culturocity.
Just so you know. Yeah, sure.
Now, talk to us about the future for Rev'd Up. What should we look for coming forward?
Well, Dr. Miles Monroe said that the keys to maximizing your potential is striving to die empty. And in essence, what he means is that when you have ideas or projects or plans, goals, is to strive to accomplish them till you don't have any more sitting before you left to accomplish. Wiping off an extreme bucket list. And being an artist, it's difficult for me because like most artists, I have a lot of things that I've created, and I create daily. And so I have an archive of stuff. That's why I'm able to come out with 2 DVDs, a mixtape, which that Curvy Kitten's on that mixtape, as well as my song Oklahoma, and just some other stuff. But that's how come I have that kind of stuff, because I have it sitting there. I have it archived, and I just been in the lab, just bringing all that stuff up to the forefront, refining it so I can spill. Because at the end of the day, I haven't scratched the surface with my potential and what it is that I'm able to do. I have a history in set design in Dallas. I worked with a Wolf Company, and we built sets for Barney, Hello Dolly, and stuff like that. I have those kind of skills and abilities, and just I want to reveal as much of myself as I possibly can, and at the same time continue to learn more and more about myself as well.
You have a company, Cutler Construction.
Yes.
Talk to us about that just briefly.
Okay, really briefly, Cutler Construction, complete renovation, remodeling, kitchens and baths, home remodel, home repair. While Rev'd Up Productions, which that's how I ended up with my name Rev'd Up, because I was, building my Facebook page, and I was going to put Rev'd Up Productions, and then just put Rev'd Up Pro, and then that's what people started introducing me as, and so ta-da. But that's been my passion. But the vehicle has been Cutler Construction. I have continuously done work on houses, and I've been doing it for such a long time that I got a good name, and I ended up just working for myself. And just the basis of that is that whatever skills we use working on someone else's job, we could use those on our own. Just long story short, I was working for a guy who was a redneck contractor. And he said, "You want to know the difference between a contractor and a laborer, Bubba?" I said, "What is it?" He said, "A contractor has the tools and the jobs. A laborer just shows up and works." And I said, "Okay." I took that in. I took what he said in, and I started investing in my tools. And when my side jobs conflicted with my regular job to the point to where I was losing money going to my regular job by not doing my work on the side, that's when I just stepped both feet off into Cutler Construction. And it's been about 3 years now, and I've been working off referrals. So God is good. I feel blessed with that. And my brother, who's had a pawn shop, Adrian's Pawn, South 44th and Penn, he's partnering in with me now to make it that much stronger, since he's been doing business negotiations for more than 20 years, and I've been doing the work of my hands for like 17. We're putting that together, and it's just wonderful. So that's what I'm just looking forward to this year.
Wonderful. Now tell us how we can get in touch with you.
Well, my main thing is Facebook, and you can reach me at Facebook /Rev'd Up Pro, or my Facebook fan page, which is Rev'd Up Live. That's REVDUP, capital LIVE.
All right. Well, there we have it. We're looking for big things in the future. It's wonderful talking to you and getting to know another side of you. We see you laughing and joking, but there's also a serious side to what you do, and a lot of depth to you as an entertainer and as an entrepreneur. It's great to talk with you, and we're looking for big things in 2017.
Indeed. I'm looking forward to being on the scene. Thank you for having me.
Us.
Wish that I could grow wings and fly to you wherever you are. Yeah. So that you're not alone, and when it's cold, I'll be warm in your arms. Oh, but for now.